As you can imagine, people around the world were devastated to see the cathedral burn today. Fox 44's Tisia Muzinga joins us now with reaction closer to home from St. Joseph Cathedral downtown. Tisia, good evening.
Chad, good evening. There's no question people are mourning with Paris during this time, but Father Paul Count says it's important to never lose faith after a tragedy like this.
It's a devastating thing.
Father Paul Count with St. Joseph Cathedral, heartbroken after learning what happened on the other side of the world. Notre Dame, known as the soul of Paris, up in flames as firefighters race to save a historic treasure that stood tall for centuries.
The Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris is first and foremost the chief church of the Diocese of Paris.
Father Count says although this may be a wound that will never heal and a time for people all over the world to mourn and grieve,
what happens during Holy Week? We remember the passion of Christ, his suffering, his death, and only after death, resurrection.
He says it's also a time to remind yourself to keep the faith, and he believes the church will be stronger after this tragedy.
Faith is always tested in suffering. In times of persecution, people believe all the more strongly. I can't but think that this is exactly what's going to happen now.
And when he says church, he's not talking about the building. He's talking about the people.
3 African American churches a little bit west of ours were apparently torched by arson. I rather suspect, and I haven't talked to anybody over there, but I rather suspect that the people of those little faith communities, they're still people of very strong faith, even in the face of this kind of devastation.
The Cathedral of Notre Dame is more than 800 years old. For Fox 44 News, I'm Tisia Muzinga.